Hello everyone. Welcome to this session of Bridge Course. I, Suraj Mashalka, Assistant Professor at All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society's College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune, will be introducing you to this session of Physics under the Bridge Course. The first chapter in Physics is Measurements. Let us have a look at the objectives of measurement. The objectives are, first, to understand what exactly is the meaning of measurement. Second, to define what is a measurement. And third is to identify various tools and techniques where measurement is used on daily basis. Let us begin with the session. I would like to welcome you to the world of measurements in physics. Have you ever wondered how scientists figure out the size of a star or how fast a car is moving? Well, it all starts with measurements. In physics, measurements help us understand how things work in the universe. They help us figure out how big something is and how heavy it is, or how fast it is moving. Without measurement, we would not be able to make sense of the world around us. In this session, we will understand the basics of measurement in physics. We will talk about things like units, which are like the building blocks of measurements. Dimensions, which tell us what kind of measurements we are dealing with. And significant figures, which help us understand how precise our measurements are. We'll also explore different tools and techniques that scientists use to make measurements, like rulers, scales, and fancy instruments you might find in various laboratories. By learning about measurements, you will be able to understand how scientists gather information, make discoveries, and solve problems. Plus, you will see how physics isn't just a theory. It's about exploring and understanding the world we live in. So get ready to dive into the fantastic world of measurements in physics, where you will discover how we measure everything from tiniest particles to the vastness of the space. So, how would you define measurement? Measurement is the determination of the size or magnitude of something by comparing that unknown quantity with some standard known quantity of equal nature. That is what is known as measurement. It serves as a fundamental tool in understanding and describing the world around us. Measurements encompass a wide range of parameters such as length, mass, volume, time, temperature, and many more. Key aspects of measurement include two, which are precision and accuracy. Precision refers to the level of detail or reproducibility in measurement, while accuracy indicates how close a measured value is to be true or accepted. Both precision and accuracy are essential for reliable and meaningful measurements. Measurement involves the use of standardized units which provide a common reference for expressing quantities. These units are based on international standards to ensure consistency and facilitate communication across different fields and regions. Various instruments and techniques are employed for making measurements, ranging from simple tools like rulers and thermometers to advanced devices such as spectrometers and atomic clocks. The choice of instrument completely depends on the nature of the quantity being measured and the desired level of outcome and precision. In addition to facilitating scientific research and technological advancements, measurement play a crucial role in everyday activities, right from cooking and constructions to navigations and healthcare. They enable us to quantify, analyze, and understand the physical world, contributing to our knowledge, innovations, and problem-solving capabilities. Measurement is done on daily basis. Let's have a look at certain categories of measurement. We follow various ways and use different categories to measure different quantities. The examples for the same are measurement of mass, measurement of volume, measurement of length, and measurement of temperature. Let us look at these in details. Now, what do you think? What is measurement of mass? The measurement of mass is a fundamental concept in physics and everyday life, representing the amount of matter in an object. Mass is typically measured using units such as grams and kilograms. There are several methods used and instruments used for measuring mass, which include: first is the balance scale. Balance scale is one of the traditional instruments which compares the mass of an object against the known mass on the opposite side of the same. These balance scale you might have seen in with some vegetable sellers at or different shopkeepers. The next is spring scale. Spring scale measures mass by quantifying the force that is exerted by an object's mass on a spring, also known as spring balance or Newton's meter. The next is the electronic scale. Electronic scale uses strain gauge, load cells, or other sensors to detect the force that is exerted by an object's mass. This force is then converted into a mass measurement and displayed digitally. These electronical scales have replaced the balance scale in various shops. Next is the beam balance. Beam balance compares the mass of an object against known masses using a lever arm and a fulcrum. By adjusting this position of known mass, equilibrium is achieved, allowing for mass measurement. So these are the four tools which are used to measure mass. Precise measurement of mass is essential in various fields including science, industry, commerce, and healthcare. Now let us have a look at measurement of volume. The measurement of volume is the quantification of the amount of space occupied by a three-dimensional object or a substance. Volume is typically measured using units such as cubic meters, liters, or cubic centimeters. Several methods and instruments are commonly used to measure volume. Amongst them, the first is the graduated cylinder. Graduated cylinder are cylindrical containers with markings along the side that indicates volume measurement. By pouring a liquid or placing a solid object into the cylinder, the volume can be determined by reading the level of the substance against the graduated marking. The next is the volumetric flask. Volumetric flasks are glass containers with a precise volume marked on the neck of the flask. These flasks are used accurately measuring and diluting liquids in various laboratories. Next one is the beakers and Erlenmeyer flask. While not as precise as graduated cylinder or volumetric flask, beakers and Erlenmeyer flasks are commonly used for approximate volume measurements in laboratories, experiments, and chemical reactions. Next one is the geometric formulas. The volume of regular geometric shapes such as cubes, spheres, cylinders, and cones can be calculated using mathematical formulas based on their dimensions. The last one is water displacement method. This method involves measuring the volume of a regular shaped object by immersing them in water by measuring the volume of water displaced. The difference in water levels before and after immersion gives the volume of the object. Accurate measurements of volume is essential in fields including chemistries, engineering, manufacturing, and medicine. Now let's move on to the next, which is measurement of length. What do you think measurement of length is? The measurement of length is the quantification of the distance between 2 points or the extent of an object along a straight line. Length is typically measured using units such as meters, centimeters, inches, or feet. There are several methods and instruments which are used to measure length, in which the first one is rulers and tape measures. Rulers and tape measures are simple tools used for measuring relatively shorter distance with a moderate precision. They typically feature markings corresponding to unit of length, allowing for easy measurements of an object or distance. The next one is calipers. Calipers are precise instruments which used for measuring the distance between two opposite sides of an object. They are commonly used in engineering, manufacturing, and scientific applications where high accuracy is required. The next one is micrometers. These are also known as micrometer screws or micrometer calipers, are precise instrument used for measuring very small distance with high accuracy. They consist of a calibrated screw mechanisms and commonly used in machining, engineering, and scientific research. Next is the laser distance meters. These are the methods in which laser technology is used to accurately measure distance by emitting a laser beam and measuring the time it takes for the beam to reflect back from a particular target object. They are commonly used in construction, surveying, and home improvement projects. The last one is the GPS, that is Global Positioning System. GPS technology utilizes satellites to determine the precise location and distance between 2 points on the Earth's surface. It is commonly used for navigation, mapping, and surveying purpose. These measurements are used in fields like construction, engineering, manufacturing, architect, and science. Now let us move to measurement of temperature. The measurement of temperature is the quantification of degree of hotness and coldness of an object or environment which is relative to a standard scale. Temperature is typically measured using units such as Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and Kelvins. The methods or instruments used for measuring temperature are: first is thermometer. Thermometers are the most common instrument used for measuring temperature. They typically consist of temperature sensitive elements such as mercury or alcohol filled bulbs connected to the calibrated scale. The expansion and contraction of these fluids tell us about the temperature change. The next one is the infrared thermometers. Infrared thermometers measure temperature by detecting the infrared radiations emitted by an object. They are non-contact devices most commonly used in fields where food is important, and machines which should not be touched or which are unsafe to touch. Next is the thermocouples. Thermocouples are the temperature sensor composed of two different metal wires joined at one end. When exposed to temperature change, they produce a voltage proportional to the temperature difference, allowing the temperature measurements. Next is the resistance temperature detectors, that is RTDs. RTDs are temperature sensors made of metal wire or thin film with a known resistance that changes with temperature by measuring the resistance of RTDs. The last is the temperature data loggers. Temperature data loggers are electronic devices equipped with sensors and continuous monitors and record temperature over time. They are used for environmental monitoring, cold chain management, and quality control in various industries. Measurement of temperature is essential in various fields that may be such as meteorology, healthcare, food processing, HVACs, that is heating, ventilation and air conditioning, automotives, and scientific research. By employing all of the above measurement techniques and instruments, accurate measurements can be obtained, ensuring consistency, reliability, precision in diverse application across different industries and discipline. With this, we come to an end of the session. Let us have a precise recap of the session. We have done in this particular session is the meaning of measurement, which is measurement is the determination of size or magnitude of something, and also how different measurements and categories are used, where we have seen something called as measurement of mass, measurement of volume, measurement of length, and measurement of temperature. Thank you so much.